Still Snoop Dogg and D.I.
Guess who's back?
One of the hardest things to do in the industry of music is to fall down and get back up to where you once were. But sometimes there are these artists who fall down for whatever reason and make incredible comebacks. Join me as I show you some of these rappers who did just this. Be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to King Trending so you don't miss another video. Number 7. Wiz Khalifa.
Had to put in last, had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture.
There are many times in music when a bad deal goes a long way. And for Wiz Khalifa in 2006, this is what happened to him. He signed up with Warner Brothers Records, and it seemed like a good fit after he made the track Say Yeah.
My team around, throwing money, then watch them hit the ground.
Which was a big hit. He was already a hit in his hometown of Pittsburgh, and it seemed like this was just the start of something big. But instead, Warner Brothers dropped him like he was hot, and all of a sudden he was out of his own. Ironically though, this is kind of what he wanted. Not because he didn't want a record deal, but rather he wanted to show that he could promote his image and his style. Because of this, he went around wherever he could in Pittsburgh and the surrounding areas and sang his heart out. He made How Fly and Burn After Rolling and the album Deal or No Deal, all of which slowly built his cred up among his diehard fans. Eventually, he made Kush and Orange Juice, and that mixtape shot to the top of people's list. Finally, when he made the song Black and Yellow, he had another #1 on his hands.
When you see me, you know everything. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
And that led him to being signed by Atlantic Records. The past was erased, and the future Wiz Khalifa was born. Number 6. Pitbull.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. This bigger than boys are digging it down.
Pitbull is one of the several artists on this list that you'll see that are in need of a second comeback. But to his credit, that doesn't diminish the power of the first one. It was a comeback that literally made him a major attraction all over the world. You see, Pitbull started out as what you might call a basic rapper. He had flows and skills, and that really wasn't the problem. The problem was that in a large scale, his music wasn't making a difference or that big of an impact. Many even viewed him as a success in only certain parts of the United States. So what did Pitbull do? Simply, he completely reinvented himself. He switched over to the style of EDM and started wearing fancy suits that made him seem more of a businessman than a rapper, but it worked. Suddenly, everyone started loving his music, starting with Give Me Everything, which topped numerous charts. This led him to getting many endorsement deals, all new kinds of gigs, selling out arenas, and lots more. He was even the main attraction on several WWE events. The Pitbull craze has slowed down a bit, but the fact it got as fast and hard as it did for a while is a testament of how good he brought it back. Number 5. Dr. Dre. When you hear the name Dr. Dre, you no doubt think about his time with NWA and as one of the most successful rap producers in the world today. Not to mention his mega deal with Apple to buy his headphone brand Beats by Dre, which netted him $3 billion. However, in the 90s, Dr. Dre was struggling in a mighty way. You see, during that time, he was signed with Death Row Records, but he could feel that something was wrong with its owner, Suge Knight. So he left the label and started his own with Aftermath Records. He released a record that went platinum, but wasn't too beloved by certain fans and critics. He was in a bit of a rough spot, as many were questioning if he could still produce like he could in his early days. Then he made the album 2001, which was not only successful, but it was his best album in terms of sales at that point. That was also the point in time where Eminem joined his label, which helped them both take off in a major way. The rest is history. Number 4. Common. Common is another case of a rapper who moved on from the music life after a good career. But in 2003, the idea of having any kind of suitable career was a bit out of reach. You see, he made an album called Electric Circus, an album that was by all means a very big risk. And it didn't pan out. In fact, it was so different from the first 4 albums that Common had done, one of which that had gotten him a Grammy Award was considered DOA, Dead on Arrival. But who came to his rescue? Why? None other than Kanye West. Yes, Kanye. That Kanye, the erratic superstar that makes people question what is going on in the world. Yeah, him. Anyway, at the start of his superstar career, he opened up a music label called Good Music, and he signed Common as his first cover artist. In 2005, they made an album called B, which was not only good, but some people called it one of the best albums in recent memory. And in the 2000s, there were some great albums. Common's career was reborn. Kanye got a major boost in cred as well. Common used that new swagger to not only make music, but also be a part of Hollywood, where he had roles in some big budget films like Suicide Squad and John Wick 2. Number 3. Black Eyed Peas.
It is just us, hate got you guessing. War is the answer, but really what's the question?
You either love the Black Eyed Peas or you really don't like the Black Eyed Peas. There's no middle ground, to be honest, which actually made them such a major hit eventually. But what most people don't forget is the number of members of the band. Fergie wasn't in the group for the longest time. will.i.am, Apple Diab, and Taboo were the original members of the group and went around wherever they could to try and make their careers a success. And in the process, they had many other fourth members as well as different names for the group. They had made albums, but nothing truly noteworthy, and they were fading fast. Interscope Records were interested in the group and their sound, but they wanted to change, a female member. Knowing that they needed to do something big to get noticed, will.i.am agreed. And Fergie was brought in. Their very first album as the Black Eyed Peas was Ella Funk.
We never die, no, we never decease. We multiply like we mathematics.
And it gave them many of the hits that they're known for today. Their next album was a hit too, Monkey Business. All of a sudden, Black Eyed Peas were one of the biggest acts around. will.i.am and Fergie soon became household names, and even the group performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. The group has since gone their own ways, but their music is still heard around the world, including many of their hit songs being used for various product ads and things like that. Sometimes to truly make a comeback, you just need a little advice. Number 2, Kanye West.
Damn, Yeezy and Hov, where the hell you been? Talking real reckless.
Kanye West is without a doubt one of the most controversial figures in all of music. And if you look at his career right now, you might be fair in saying that he needs another comeback to bring him back to prominence, which again is fair. But in 2009, he made the biggest mistake of his career. He crossed Taylor Swift. You see, this happened at the Video Music Awards, and Taylor had pulled an upset that had caused many people to be surprised, mainly because they felt Beyonce was a shoo-in for that award. But along came Taylor Swift, America's sweetheart at the time, and she stunned everyone by getting it. Kanye was especially stunned, and he literally ran up on stage, grabbed Swift's microphone, and then told the world why Beyonce should have won the award. It was the oh my god moment of the night, and maybe the month or even the year. Either way, Kanye took a big hit for that. No one thought it was overly funny, and many felt that the disrespect that he had gave Swift was way too much. Even President Barack Obama got in and blasted on Kanye for what he did. When the President of the United States weighs on things like this, yeah, you messed up. So what did Kanye do? Well, he took a step back and released the mega hit Power, which instantly put him back in the spotlight that he wanted. The hit was so powerful, pun intended, that it was literally used everywhere. You still hear it to this day because it's that good. True, his power didn't last forever, but another decade of hits and business success? Yeah, that's nothing to be ashamed of. And even if he doesn't make a second comeback, he's living large and in charge with his business, his wife, who is Kim Kardashian, if you didn't know, and his kids. He's doing pretty good. Number 1, Eminem.
Now I done lost my patience. I can take all of you on it once. You want it shady, you got it.
Easily the biggest comeback of recent memory, and one that could lead to many things in the future. Slim Shady is back. For real this time. It may be hard to imagine that Eminem ever needed to come back at all. You see, Eminem is still widely popular, especially overseas where he doesn't go that often. And of course, from 2000 to 2010, he was the best-selling music artist in the world, regardless of what genre you're talking about. That being said, from 2011 to 2017, something had started to happen. You see, Eminem had an overdose, and he worked hard to get better and sober starting in 2008. That near loss of life literally changed how he viewed himself and his music. And while he did start out the same way with his post-music recovery, not all of his tracks had the same flow as before. He started to be more positive with his music, more uplifting, more helpful, if you will. This all culminated in 2017 with the album Revival, which was panned by both critics and listeners alike, which was the last straw in regards to how his previous two albums weren't as good either. Hearing all of this doubt affected Eminem, and so after the release of Revival, he went into musical seclusion and made sure that no one knew what he was doing. Then, in August of 2018, the album Kamikaze dropped out of nowhere. Seriously, no one knew it was coming. And all over the internet, people started saying, Slim Shady is back. The album was everything fans from Eminem and many more wanted. In fact, in the song Fall, not only did it show his anger over the dislikes that Revival got, he literally shouted in the song, "You want Slim Shady, you got him." All before actually stepping on the Revival CD case after being possessed by the darkness within him. Then there were all the disses in the tracks of the album. He went after longtime foes, people in the media, mumble rappers, and even the Grammys. He didn't hold nothing back. Everyone who was anyone loved the album, except for the people Eminem dissed, like Machine Gun Kelly, who tried to fire back at Eminem, but got put down by the diss track Kill Shot. If critically appraised isn't enough, the album is the best-selling hip-hop album of 2018 so far, and it topped the charts in 15 different countries, including the United States. In fact, it made Eminem 9 out of 10 when it came to his albums hitting the top of charts. So yeah, Eminem stumbled a bit, but he's back. And there ain't gonna be no stopping him now. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.